Do you ever look around and think, wow, the world is a crazy place, and it just seems to get crazier and crazier? Ease your mind and take a break. This is Fuel for the Soul with John Giftah. We're a hub for inspirational Christian sermons, practical keys for Christian living, and Christian discussions and interviews. You'll be inspired to live the life that you were created for. Your host is a top-ranking podcaster, best-selling author, world record holder, aerospace engineer, life coach, evangelist, and founder of John Giftah International. Welcome to Fuel for the Soul with John Giftah.
Many people today, when you ask them, they'll say, you know what, John, I prayed about this. I prayed, it didn't work, it didn't happen, blah, 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 blah. And then they just quit. They just stop praying and things like that. I know many people who would come to me and say, John, pray about something, but they would have never prayed in their life. And if the answer was not the way they wanted, they just say, you know what, oh, God is not interested in me, and they just walk off. So my question to you is your confidence upon the act of prayer, or is your confidence upon God? Here's the thing I want you to understand. When we talk about the aspect of prayer, a lot of people, whether it's a person who's of faith or even a person who's not a believer, many times we see one of the common things that we hear is, pray about this. I want to pray. Can you pray for me? The word prayer is used so frequently or widely used everywhere, across all denominations, across all faiths. And today I'm going to tell you something very important here. People pray, but they're not seeing a result. And then they think that God is not interested in answering their prayers, or they go into another conclusion that God is not real in himself, or that God is not there, or something like that. And I'm going to address this important truth. Why is it that people who actually put time to pray are not seeing a result? Can I tell you one thing? A lot of people put their trust, put their confidence, put their reliance upon their act of prayer. And I want to tell you something very important, guys. Prayer in itself has no power. Your act of prayer has no power. The power comes when your prayer is a true prayer. And true prayer is not just a ritual. True prayer is not just an act you perform. True prayer is not putting the right choice of words. True prayer is talking with God. My question to each and every one of you is this. Are you just going and saying, you know what, my daily routine, I just memorize a few words and I put them together. God bless me, keep me, and take care of me, protect me, watch over me, help me do well in this exam, help me to do well in this job interview, help me to do well in this, do well in that. Is that all your aspect of prayer, or is your prayer in a place where you're having a communion, a relationship, a fellowship with your Creator? Think about it. What is your prayer life? Because many Christians are putting their confidence on their act of prayer. Hey, I prayed so much. I prayed this much. Why isn't God acting? It's not that God is obligated to act just because you put this much effort, because it's not about your effort. It's not about the choice of words. It's about your heart, which is about the true fellowship and the true relationship that you have with God. How is your prayer today? Are you just doing some rituals? You could just be reading the Bible and saying your daily prayers, or doing all those kind of things and expecting to see power in your life. I'm sorry, you will not. There is no power in the act of prayer. That's why Christians are living such a powerless life, because their prayers are powerless. Then what is true prayer? I want you to understand, true prayer is not just uttering few words. True prayer is not just, putting the right kind of thoughts into it, that is not true prayer. Then what is true prayer? True prayer is not talking to God. Because this is why many Christians miss up. Because they say, I prayed about this. I've been praying about this. I've been asking God to do this. I've been asking God for this, asking God for that. But I'm here to tell you, prayer is not talking to God. Prayer is talking with God. That's the difference. The one thing that differentiates us as believers from the rest of the world is that we not only talk to a God, we talk with a God, which means that we talk to God and God speaks to us as well.
You've been listening to Fuel for the Soul with John Giftah. We hope you were blessed and inspired to live the life that God has for you. Make sure to subscribe to the John Giftah YouTube channel for regular uploads of sermons, skits, interviews, and more. Follow John Giftah on Instagram for regular inspirational posts. And don't forget to check out the best-selling books written by John Giftah, Who Am I?, which will help you understand your identity, and the latest #1 bestseller, Unveil Your Purpose, helping you discover your purpose and to start walking in it. Make sure to leave a rating and review, and be sure to share it with your friends and loved ones. If you'd like to donate, you can find the PayPal link in the description. And if you'd like to invite John Giftah to speak at your event or to get more details, go to the website at www.johngiftah.com. See you on the next episode of The Fuel for the Soul with John Giftah. God bless you.
If your heart stops beating now, do you know where you're going? If you came face to face with death now, do you know where you're going? And this is not a message of condemnation. This is a message of hope. There is a God who loves you so much. He sent His only Son, Jesus Christ, to come down and pay a heavy price by shedding every drop of His blood on the cross. Thank you for dying for my sins. When you believe in Him, you have free gift of salvation for you that assures us that we will go to heaven when we die instead of suffering in hell forever. I just encourage you today to make the simple step of faith and say, Jesus, I thank you for what you did on the cross. Thank you for giving me this gift of eternal life.